So this is 1/3 of the lights hooked up. So Dad came over today and gave us a hand with designing how it's going to lay out mechanically and electrically. So we've got two ATX power supplies here, 8 sets of 3 meter lengths. They're powered in parallel and they get data in series. So that's 720 LEDs running off one Raspberry Pi. Theoretically I should better run double that, but I think I'm just going to go with 3 times this, and for every set of this, 2 power supplies, 1 Raspberry Pi, and keep them separate as much as possible. So this is running at 30 frames a second. It's not perfect, but I don't really have time to make it perfect. In some cases you can get a bit of stuttering. I'm hoping it won't be too noticeable. So I'm driving it from my computer here. So I'll change the pattern that it generates. Restart that thingamabob. Yeah, so this is physically painful to look at. So it gives you a bit of nausea. But this is the test pattern I was using to verify the rate. So that's pretty solidly. You can see the occasional wibble here and there, but as I said, I don't have time to make it perfect. I think I want to get it working well enough, and then if I have any time up my sleeve, I'll work on improving it. We've got a hard deadline of 1st of December to get these lights up on the fence, and it's now the 26th. Yeah, so making progress. So oh god, I've got to stop that. That's horrendous. And next up is working out how to mount this mess on the fence. I bought some sort of 20mm square mesh that I think will be good. I'll be able to sort of weave it in and out through the mesh. That's a good option. But this test here was just to check the power and data side of things was working reasonably well before I go to the effort of mounting it all. Surprisingly, each one of these LEDs running at full blast pulls 50 milliamps in theory. So I allowed for 8 strings, 5 amps per string, so that's some number of amps per end. It's a bit late, I haven't. 5. Some number, yeah, sorry. But, so I allowed 2 power supplies. But if I unplug one of them, they're still going strong, like none of them are browning out. That's all running off one supply. And those wires are warm to the touch, but by no means hot. I mean, they can handle that. They can handle being warm. But I'll probably run them with 2 power supplies, one on each end, for redundancy's sake as well, because all of these power supplies are scavenged. Kudos to Michael, you know who you are if you're watching this, for suggesting ATX power supplies. They can deliver a phenomenal amount of power at 5 volts. Okay, bye bye.